thought I was coming into this as the weird one.
I told you I was gonna wear it.
What? Wait, I didn't
Are
know.
you playing Creed with pancakes? Wait, no. Okay, hang on. I don't really have it tied up, but
They're oddly popular again. They're like weirdly in this like resurgence. Creed is oddly popular again. I was saying.
that's very odd.
It is. You were
They're the
saying
only show that's sold out at. I saw the Riverbend list come out the other day, and they are the only show that is actually sold out currently.
and from what I understand, it's them and
why?
like Three Doors Down and a few other bands that were in that.
I saw Three Doors
that
Down
genre.
at Riverbend, with Nickelback opening for them before anyone knew who Nickelback was, and I thought they weren't bad. But I'll tell you what, Three Doors Down was awesome live. I will say that they were really, really good.
I saw Matchbox 20 right at the height of. Oh God! Now I can't even think of the name of the song. It was like the first Matchbox 20 album. I remember it was like right when they first popped off. It was like the early '90s.
Bent?
Maybe.
Can you help me? Oh wait, no, is it Bent? I don't even know.
There were a lot of those bands that would now classify as like what the kids call divorced dad rock. That is loud.
Was it? I'm sorry.
That is loud. People of the
Those
internet.
were my Stones. I'm sorry.
Those were Miss Stones. Those were Miss Stones. So there was a time period where I ended up seeing a lot of those bands that people would now call like divorced dad rock or butt rock.
I have never heard divorced dad.
Yeah, like your Creed, your Nickelback, Matchbox 20, Stone Sour. A lot of people wouldn't consider that, but Stone Sour classifies in that category.
What about Eve 6 or not Eve 6?
I don't know if I call Eve 6 that.
No, I'm not thinking about Eve 6.
Days
I'm
of the
thinking
New
about Everclear.
is
I'm
a
thinking about
band.
Everclear. That's not divorced dad rock. That's no dad rock.
Yeah, I don't have a dad rock.
Yeah, that was sad rock.
So
sad dad, no dad. Sad no dad rock.
People of the internet, it is Thirsty Thursday on gettingwork.com. I'm Mike.
I'm not drinking yet, but I'd like to. I just wait to have it. I'm Brendon.
He's Brendon.
I just wait until Thursdays to have my drink.
Essentially, that's what this is. This is a hour-long or so opportunity for us to have a few drinks, talk about what's going on, and talk about betting some money. And we've been doing this for 2 months, 3 months, three.
We've been doing this
particular thing. This thing.
This thing right here.
For about 3 months or so.
Yeah.
And
we're figuring it out.
We started off with one single thing every single time. People of the internet, we always start off with
3.
What are you drinking?
Oh, sorry, no. What do we? Yeah. So you want my canned or bottled? What are we going with? Our drink, or you got your Bucky's lunchbox? I got my Igloo one down here.
All right, so
what are we starting with?
My zipper's stuck. I'm not kidding. This isn't a bit.
What isn't?
The zipper's
is
stuck.
it really? Is your zipper stuck?
There we go. Okay, there
oh, look, I did it with the sound anyway. I said I wasn't going to even do it.
He always tries to do that. To watch the chat, I think?
No, I was... Yeah, well, that way I have the chat open, but I'm an idiot, and I don't want that there. Oh, wait, yeah, I do want that there. Anyway, go ahead with what you were doing.
So, I got once again, as every week, I have a plethora. And first thing, I got a non-alcoholic seltzer. I've just got a Polar sparkling seltzer. I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda, pop, Coca-Cola. I don't drink any of those things on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
You love Mountain Dew. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying like I don't drink those as a health thing. I just don't like the flavor of a lot of those. I don't like very sweet beverages. So like these are fucking perfect for me. This is a tart cherry limeade from Polar Seltzer. It's their Seltzer Aid series.
Okay.
Not bad. You know, it's always good to have something not booze on the table.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to get me to do? You want me to start with it?
No, not yet. But I'm just talking about mine. But going from
I'm not looking forward to it.
I want to go into my beer of the week because this is... I need to make like a little thing that needs its own like theme song. That needs like separate segment music.
Oh God, Bob just mentioned Sudsy Malone's. I couldn't tell what he was talking about.
Sudsy Malone's.
Mike, yeah, you do. I couldn't tell what he was talking about because he spelled it so wrong. But anyway, yeah, Sudsy Malone's was a place where you could watch a show and do your laundry.
I have spent more time in Sudsy Malone's than I care to ever talk about in my entire life. I grew up. I skipped school to go to Sudsy Malone's and go see metal bands and punk bands play. I used to have a fake ID to get into that place. It was fantastic.
I've been hanging out down at or at that time I was hanging out down at the Buzz Coffee Shop, the coffee shop that had the stage downstairs, and upstairs was the record shop.
I used to go there before I drank coffee when I was a kid in high school. But
I didn't drink coffee, but I would go there.
They had a thing called the Pink Bunny. It was just hot strawberry Nesquik with some marshmallows and some whipped cream and a little bit of like pink sugar.
Strawberry Nesquik.
Think about a hot chocolate. It was a hot chocolate, but they used strawberry instead of chocolate. It worked.
Yeah, okay. What's your alcohol?
So I'm starting off with this beer. This beer is. I went to Jungle Gyms and did a whole big purchase. I always go and just kind of grab a bunch of new stuff to try.
Yep.
And I realize I'm that guy who wore the band shirt to the metal show.
You have a beer from that?
Yeah, I do. I've got. This is a collaboration. Actually, this is Il Bruminati. You can see it's got some pretty sweet kind of like goth archaic kind of artwork. This is a collaboration beer between the Modest Brewing Company, Burial Beer Company, and True Brewing Company. I'm not too familiar with True. I've heard Modest a few times. I've been to Burial. I went to Burial on my honeymoon. We went to Asheville, North Carolina. That's where this place is located. Yep. But this is a collaboration. This is volume 3, so I guess they do a collaboration series. This is an oak-aged Crimson Helles Lager.
Good Lord.
Oak-aged Crimson's
where I'm thrown.
Lager.
Are they using? Do they make like a red lager? Is that what I mean? I'm confused by the crimson part. Oak age, got it. Helles, got it. The crimson, is it basically a red lager? Is that? It looks good.
It's got some good kind of rusty tone to it in a good way. Yeah, it's got some.
Did you ever try that 6666 that I gave you?
I've actually got one in the cooler as well.
Are you gonna? You better drink that. I've
already had one before. I had one the other day, a couple days ago. This past weekend, I think, when I was just sitting.
Gave one to you and one to my father, and I'm pretty sure my father hasn't drank his yet either. I've got something in a can, but it's not a beer.
You left like 3 here on the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I've got something that's 12.5% alcohol.
12.5% alcohol.
From Cutwater in San Diego.
Cutwater.
We are going.
Don't they do like canned cocktails?
Yeah, this has 2 shots of rum in it. White rum, barrel-aged rum, natural flavors. We are going with Tiki Rum Mai Tai.
Tiki Rum Mai Tai. I love that their measurement. Does it say 2 shots of rum in there?
Yeah, it says 2+ shots, which I'm gonna assume is 2 1/4.
Huh.
What's inside? White rum, barrel-aged rum, natural flavors, featuring a blend of our award-winning rums with notes of pineapple, coconut, and citrus. Garnished with a pineapple wedge and tap into tiki. Yeah, I'm not garnishing this can with a pineapple wedge.
Tap into
Smells
tiki.
Awesome.
Ooh.
That's what it said. Yeah,
what a slogan.
Tiki,
what a
right?
Slogan. Cheers.
Oh. Well, that's dangerous.
Ooh. They done did the thing, y'all.
Is that good?
So, oak-aged Crimson Helles Lager. When you say something is oak-aged, what do you think first and foremost?
Bourbon.
But what do you think it's gonna like taste like? Mouthfeel, texture?
You want a specific brand, or you just want me to like?
No,
I mean,
if someone tells
bourbon.
You it's an oak-aged beer, that usually means it's like thicker.
Usually in a stout family or something like that.
Exactly.
Or a porter, or you're doing a heavy.
When it says that, it makes me think it's going to be a super heavy beer. But it's a Crimson Helles Lager. It's got a little bit of that amber tone, almost that kind of like amber flavor, that kind of like red wheat, kind of rusty in a good way. Like an amber will have.
Rusty in a good way. The way we've described things in the past recently was... what did you say? Cleaning? chemical in a good way.
Cleaning chemicals in a good way.
Rusty in a good way. Last week
in a good way.
I said clean diaper for the thing that I sniffed, if I'm not mistaken.
That's going to be a shirt. We're just going to make sure to just say in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. Anyway.
But here's the thing. And when I go look at the can, it makes me realize that the flavors I'm getting are right. This is only 4.8%.
4.8
for an oak-aged Crimson Hellas lager. Dude, this thing is smooth and velvety and light.
So it's more like the Hellas side for sure.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Nice. And I will say this is a pretty good Mai Tai. I mean, for a Mai Tai in a can and 12.5% in a can, I'm going to have to be careful. Because last week, after the show, when I got on and turned on my stream so people could watch the gaming, I don't remember a lot of it. Bob and I were sailing. I didn't remember it. I had to go back and watch it the next day and tell myself that we are not going to... That Glenfiddich was too good last week, buddy. I just enjoyed Scotch and piracy a bit too much.
Scotch and piracy.
Right? Okay, so speaking of liquor, I want to get into my liquor because I bought a new bottle today and I've never tried it.
You're very excited about this bottle.
I am very excited about this bottle.
He's very excited about this bottle. First and foremost, let's talk about your favorite types of liquor. Because I believe this is one of your favorite types. You got me into this.
Yeah. Well, it's the same way that we got into bourbon. We worked in bourbon bars, and then I ended up actually working in 3 different tequila bars, 2 of them specifically featuring mezcal. And this is U-Ball mezcal.
Hold on, let me see that spelling. YUUBAAL. Ooh, ball. Like the monster. I think there's a monster.
But what I love about mezcal is it's the true like artisanal spirit. Every mezcalero is different. Everybody, they're using the old crushed milk. Like, okay, on this one you can see specifically from the state of Oaxaca, what village, the agave variety, the way they cut it was by machete.
Hold on.
Cooking, the crushing was done by stone.
Hold that right there. Distillation, copper stills, distillation water, well water, crushing stone mill. Cut it with a machete. They cooked it in a concave. It's like
production time was 30 days per bottle. It's beautiful. I love that about mezcal, that it's always different like that, but not every bottle breaks it down that specifically.
I've bought mezcals that don't do that much. No.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a mezcal, they should all have a lot number. They should all be numbered because these are coming from one specific. You should have the name of the mezcalero on there. This is Isaias Martinez Juan. The production time was 30 days from cutting the piña to having it in the bottle. Your roasting wood was oak, pine, and other species. So that's why I've got my rocks tonight. I don't like watering it down.
Oak, pine, and other species. That's a very fun thing.
So, I forgot to cut my orange. Because I got some of my agave worm salt here.
Someone in the chat calling out my line for "Dear God, the heat."
Oh, the heat!
Now you know what that's from?
No,
that's Seinfeld.
Oh.
And the heat. My God, the heat! I said "Dear God," but in my head, in my heart, in my soul, that was my Elaine Benes shining through, channeling through the heat. My God, the heat.
Oh, I'm gonna like this.
It's got a nice color to it.
Crystal clear. Well, that's the stones that are in there.
The texture, but the texture of it.
Mezcal is a very unique texture. It's almost like oily. When you feel, if you have a good mezcal, it should feel oily. Like it's really weird like that. Let's see. Oh, very sweet to start. The charred smokiness you'd expect it takes longer to hit than most of them. It's very delayed, but there's that smoky wood. Very sweet to start. Mellow corn.
Yeah, I'm drinking corn whiskey, bud. Your buddy's wearing a trucker hat and drinking corn whiskey.
You're wearing a Stan Hansen hat.
So this is part of...
That's fantastic.
I'm not going to call them bootleggers. But I like to frequent the stores of several individuals who specialize in remaking
bootleggers
or creating new versions of merchandise, reimagining merchandise,
dancing around copyrights.
This is a replica of a hat that was like sold at All Japan, I mean, or something like that. It was like a replica.
So the money's not going to Stan Hansen's family. So, what else are we going to talk about? What have you been doing this week? What have you been watching? What have you been playing?
What's
your pop culture of the week that you've been dealing with?
I've been more engulfed in the Royal Rumble fallout and WrestleMania setup, probably than you have. I had to tell you to get caught up.
I haven't gotten caught up, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, but I love what they're doing with The Rock, Roman, and Cody. If you watched the live press conference that happened before this, they had a pretty good setup for whatever's going to happen at WrestleMania. There was a little bit of an altercation. They're starting to blur the reality lines a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Other than that, I've been watching micro brawlers, man.
I loved them on TikTok, but I haven't watched their show once. Now I feel like everybody knows about it. I don't want to watch it. I knew about them when they were TikTok. I don't know.
I really fell in love with the Netflix show Wrestlers that was about the Ohio Valley Wrestling, and then transitioned. I
haven't watched it yet. I'm curious to watch it. I need to check
Wrestlers?
it out.
The one from, it's pretty good. It feels it, and I've had this conversation with people that are on that show, and the thing that I pointed out is, knowing what I know, seeing what I've seen, it's hard for me to watch parts of that show and go, "Oh, that's work," and not say that. There's certain moments where I'm like, "Well, this is wrestling. Are these people working the Netflix people with some of the reality that we're seeing?" But also, that's kind of the beauty of that kind of thing, is they can get away with it. Micro Brawl. I keep calling it Micro Brawlers. It's Micro Championship Wrestling. The show is Big Little Brawlers.
Yeah.
Big Little. That sounds like a sketch from I Think You Should Leave. Big Little Brawlers sounds like something like the Buff Boys contest or something like that. From I Think You Should Leave.
Oh God.
We talked last week about Family Guy and Ted and all of those shows. That's more my thing. I could watch. If he makes another show, I will follow that show. Tim Robinson. If he makes 3 more shows, I will follow every single one of those shows that he makes.
You should watch Documentary Now, because he's a part of that as well. And Documentary Now is hilarious.
What is Documentary Now?
Documentary Now is it. Every episode opens with Helen Mirren introducing it like it's a hard-hitting documentary. And what they've done is take classic documentaries and spoof them, or do things in the style of like a Vice documentary, the quick cutting, and this is a home in Mexico. This is over the top, but it's Fred Armisen, it's Tim Robinson, it's that group of people. Every now and then they have different guests. One of them was it was called A Town, a Mobster, and a Festival, I think. It's about an Icelandic community that has a yearly Al Capone lookalike contest. But they shoot these like the most serious professional documentaries, and it's absolutely hilarious. There's one about like the story of Batshit Valley, and it's about like a sex cult and stuff like that, and they are absolutely hilarious. There's a famous documentary called Grey Gardens. They spoof it in the first episode. There are certain like the classic musical documentary. There's one they did on 2 of them, and so yeah, they've got a few seasons of it. It's on Netflix, and it's worth checking out for sure.
Okay.
They do a documentary on like the beginning of televised bowling.
See, now this is where
Robinson was one of the bowlers.
I get way more into that kind of television. It's really hard. I can't watch a narrative week-to-week TV show to save my fucking life. My wife watches Yellow Jackets and all of the shows. If there's a popular Netflix or Apple TV show, she's probably at least given the first episode a shot. She's great at being able to sit down and watch those things. I don't have the attention span for that much of one show anymore, and I also have that. I can't go back. Like it's the Game of Thrones thing. I'm not going to go back and start Game of Thrones. It's way too much.
Well, you're an idiot.
It's way too much content. It's too much.
Great content.
How many seasons?
Great content.
How many seasons?
It doesn't matter how many seasons, how many episodes.
It does matter how many seasons.
No. Okay, because some shows have 20-something episodes a season. Like Sons of Anarchy, for instance. Game of Thrones had 10. And then it went to 8.
How long is every episode?
6. Like an hour. Oh,
that show's
sorry,
an hour.
You're taking an hour out of your time.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
That show's only an hour long. I feel like that's like 2 hours an episode. Why do I think that?
No. The last season, they did like hour and 20-minute or hour and 30-minute only for the last season because they cut it down to 6 episodes and made every episode almost movie length.
It was really hard. I gave it 3 episodes. It was so hard for me to get into. It was Star Trek in the Woods.
It was not Star Trek in the Woods.
Game of Thrones is Star Trek in the Woods. It's dudes walking around talking about what they're going to do. The dragon's coming. The dragon's been coming forever.
There was nothing about a dragon coming.
All they kept talking about was the dragons.
No, they never talked about a dragon once in the first season, first 3 episodes.
When the kid fell out the window is when I gave up.
That was the first episode.
Was it?
Episode 1. That's the cliffhanger. His little body falling.
So I've seen one episode of Game of Thrones.
What the fuck?
Like, why'd you give me incest in the first episode? What was that all about? So the type of shows I do like to watch
Next Level
far
Chef
more
is back.
irreverent.
That's my weekly show.
So you like cooking shows? You like a gimmick cooking shows?
I have to be cooking at the time, I have to be eating, or I have to be just eating. I can't watch one of those shit.
Wait,
no,
what?
No, that's like a single ugly person watching porn. Like, it's just gonna torture you.
I go on trips and I like to see food in other towns and places. And
not while you're hungry and know that you can't eat at that moment. I'm usually like, I've just made something. Like, I'll cook up a big meal and then I'll turn on the TV and be like, yeah, they're all right.
So, while you're eating or just while you're cooking?
While I'm not hungry.
While you're not hungry.
While I'm not. Who's going to watch a cooking show while they're hungry? That's just cruel. That's like torture. I could see tying someone to a chair in a room to get information out of them, letting them get hungry, and showing them Food Network until they finally broke.
That is a very morbid way to look at Food Network.
It is.
Man.
This is what it's done to me.
Your relationship with Food Network is a little...
I don't watch Food Network anymore.
Really?
There's nothing on Food Network I really give a shit about.
Wait, what's Great British Baking Show on? Because that's what you watch. Netflix. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Baking shows on Netflix. Next Level Chefs on Hulu. I'm out after those. There's not really any other cooking shows I watch. I might go back to like an old Iron Chef, or supposedly Morimoto. What is his first name?
Matsuhara Morimoto?
Yeah, Matsuyori or Matsuhara. Yeah. But Morimoto has a new show called Sushi Master. It's like his own cooking show for sushi chef.
Called Sushi Master.
Grow up.
What?
Anyway. So yeah, so that's what Bob says Halo's back on Paramount Plus. You know what? I've never seen Halo.
I don't play the game enough to get into the show.
I gave up at the second game, midway through the second game. Nothing will ever beat the feeling of Halo 1 serial linking 2 consoles to each other and playing Blood Gulch. Like, that's it. I mean, that's Halo to me. I don't need all the other offshoots and bullshit.
See, I used to do what you're talking about with computers to play Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will say that the production value on it looks very good. I have seen some previews, and it does look very good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fantastic.
I'm not rushing to see it because of everything else that's going on. I'm watching and doing. And
I've got so many other things to get into. Like I said,
I still have to do all of Ahsoka. I waited for all of Ahsoka to come out before I could start watching it.
No, I see that there's...
Don't start with me.
It's good, but I'm not a Star Wars guy. It's all good for those that get it. I hope they give you guys 1,000 more shows. I hope they make everything you want. Like, I can't even get all the Marvel shows. I watched some of them. I watched Loki. I watched WandaVision. I can't watch.
I didn't watch Loki, but the actor who plays Loki, Hiddleston, he makes me want to watch it because I think he's really, really good.
I've watched every episode. My daughter's obsessed with the show, and with the guy that
Is he
plays.
good? Is he bad? Is
he's
he
very good. He's
walking the line of gray?
He's very good, and even if you're not that enamored with him, Owen Wilson is fantastic as his second.
What is Owen Wilson in there?
Owen Wilson is like character number 2.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, it's like him and Owen Wilson are just like the main characters throughout this
entire
series. Oh, it's fantastic. You need to give it a shot.
No idea.
And it's more of a mystery than the previews and the art and all that kind of stuff lets on.
Yeah. No shit.
But we've got a lot of other things that are watchable happening. There's a big one happening this weekend.
What about what I'm watching or doing?
Nobody cares. I'm kidding. What are you watching?
A big thing happened for me.
What happened?
You know, when I am loyal to something, I am loyal to something. And I will fight to the death, blah, 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 blah.
Are you quitting the show?
No. But
I can't do this.
There is a game system that I am associated with that I always have had and I always use. And I have added to the collection.
Did you come over to our side?
I will say this, and I will say it like this, and it'll be another one of those things that'll remain a mystery like other things I've said on this show that'll eventually come out. A PlayStation 5 has appeared inside my house with some a 3D audio headset for 3D audio, which is unbelievable. I haven't had a PlayStation since PlayStation 1 in 1994.
He's gonna play games like he's not broke,
No, I mean, I'm just doing the same thing I did on. I have an Xbox Series X. I already was at the big time. Now it's unfortunately double big time.
But PlayStation's special. You get to pretend like you're better than people when you have a PlayStation 5.
No. That's the PC master race that gets to pretend like they're better than people. It's console versus PC, and we know.
I can't hang out with PC people, man. Like I can't. I kid. No, I know a lot of cool people play PC games, but just
I do too.
I can't play PC games.
Yeah, I can't either. I need just the console. It's nice, simple, streamlined. I'm getting all. I don't need to take shit apart. I don't need a screwdriver to change my system around and play new games and shit like that.
I played computer games when they came on a floppy disk or right when like CD-ROMs first started. I didn't have to worry about checking to see if my computer.
Nobody says CD-ROM anymore. That's how you know. Like that's when we started playing with ROM. Well, like CD-ROM, Sega CD.
You used to not have to worry about, hey, is this good enough will my computer work? Like any computer game you went to the store and bought back in the day would work on your fucking thing. Nowadays, I'd be worried I'd buy it. I didn't have the right visual card or audio. There's
too many fucking specs now with PC games and shit.
And more power to them. It's like car people. More power to you. You know all the different thingies. I don't know any of the thingies.
Yeah.
That's it.
They've got like the bubble cooling systems with the. Have you seen those where they light up and there's the water cooling?
Yeah, they build their own like computer towers and shit. Like I just went to Best Buy and bought a gaming laptop. That's how
My father, the computer company guy, just said PC Master Race. Okay, well you're allowed to say it because I'm using your PC right now. So anyway, yeah.
So he's an executive producer now.
Exactly.
Essentially,
there you go.
He's an executive producer.
Pretty much.
There we go.
Pretty much. So I have been on that this week.
He's half a producer because he
just stop where you are. So yeah, I've been on PlayStation 5 this week and learning and noticing some differences. And as a guy who hasn't been on a PlayStation since number 1, like I didn't touch a 2.
Really?
I didn't touch a 3.
That's interesting. What did you get instead of 2?
I don't like the controllers.
What did you get instead of 2? Your Sega Saturn?
Xbox One.
Wait.
Or Xbox original. The original Xbox with the green X on top.
Instead of PlayStation. That did line up with PlayStation.
There was Xbox. Then there was Xbox 360.
I know
then
Xbox was the first One. Xbox. I know
then
that.
There was no. I mean,
but I'm just trying to think. So
Xbox
lined up with PlayStation 2.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken, because that's when I got into Xbox. Like it was after the first PlayStation. Okay. And I always have loved Xbox. I mean, I think Game Pass is where they win Now that I'm looking,
It's the more superior services. Somebody who also has both. Game Pass is superior.
Which level of the PlayStation monthly service do you have?
I have
the
the top
lowest,
one.
the middle, or the top? You have the
I have
top.
the top level.
Is that specifically for your reverse compatibility needs?
No, I just went for the top one.
Okay. See, my thing is not being
customer.
someone who's played a lot of PlayStation in the past and don't really care. I mean, yes, I probably need to touch a God of War at some point because everybody raves and it's won so many awards and blah, blah, blah. I've got one downloaded, but I went with the middle level because the middle level included one. There were two reasons, and there are only two reasons why I ever wanted a PlayStation recently.
Ooh. Ghost of Tsushima.
That's 100% reason number one.
Porn.
No. The VR capabilities of things like...
You are a VR guy.
I'm a huge VR guy, and I haven't had anything VR in a few years and don't have the ability to do it with my current setup. But eventually I'm going to save up and get the VR for this if this decides to stay in my house. And like there's things like VR Star Wars Squadrons. I could sit here in a TIE fighter and look around and I mean 100% take my fucking money. I could go into Skyrim with a sword and a dragon would fly overhead. Take my fucking money. Hitman coming up with the fiber wire.
I'm okay.
Oh, take my fucking money. Like VR, like I'm usually more of the experiences guy, but I've played two things on PlayStation so far. The things I've noticed, first of all, I didn't realize there was a microphone in the controller at first, and people just heard me yelling at my cat on the stream.
It gives you different things. It gives you different, like...
In Spider-Man 2, which is one of the games I've been playing, you'll hear the webs shoot from the controller.
Yep.
So when I'm swinging around town, the noise is coming from down
Madden,
here.
That's the ref.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Gotcha. But yes, Ghost of Tsushima is included, the director's cut with and I've been playing, I'll go into the Kurosawa mode. I could deep dive why I love it. Like, I love old Akira Kurosawa classic samurai movies.
Yeah.
Seven Samurai, Rashomon, Yojimbo, like
the inspiration for Star Wars.
Yeah, Hidden Fortress technically, I guess, would be the inspiration for Star Wars. The name Jedi comes from Jidaigeki, which is a type of Japanese film. There were two different types. The Jidaigeki was the costumed drama, more of the period piece. I mean, Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers' outfits were modeled off of samurai. Yoda is a character technically from Seven Samurai, if I'm not mistaken. The cantina scene comes from Yojimbo. The two C-3PO and R2-D2 are the two peasants from Rashomon, from Hidden Fortress. They even make a reference in Star Wars to the rebels hiding at the Hidden Fortress. There's so many crossovers. I don't know. It's a samurai movie in space that Lucas called a space opera, but Lucas loved silent film and westerns, and that was what Akira Kurosawa's father, who is a descendant of samurai, made him watch when he was a child, and had him watching, and that's where there's so much But anyway, back to
No, Professor, continue.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was on the ride. I was just like, Kurosawa.
Yeah, well, Kurosawa as a kid, his father, he's actually of samurai descent. Kurosawa's father took him to see American westerns at the time in the early 1900s. And then when Kurosawa actually became a director and wanted to direct stuff, the Japanese were in war with everybody. So Kurosawa, only thing he was able to produce at the time was propaganda for the war. Then afterwards, you got the American occupation. One of the things they weren't able to make was historical things like samurai films. After the American occupation, then you get Rashomon, and it's just this whole like awesome where like some of the best samurai movies in the world came from American westerns. And so
I've known you for 10 years and we've never had this conversation.
I never
knew that you were this deep into like Kurosawa and like
Yeah,
Those kind of movies.
Kurosawa and Ozu and your three. Oh my God, who's the third one? Ozu used
I
long
just
shots
watched
for slow
certain kung
dramatic
fu
pieces.
movies growing up. I thought I was deep cuts because I watched Sonny Chiba movies. That was
Yeah,
my jam because I was like, oh, Bruce Lee's a bitch. Sonny Chiba's better. He's a better kung fu guy because there was a movie where he ripped a dude's throat out and
Sonny
did the
Chiba's
long.
awesome.
Well, like there's the movie The Bodyguard where a dude's on top of him in the very last scene and it ends with him flipping the guy over. You hear the struggle and when he pulls back over, he has the dude's esophagus in his hand and the movie ends with him just going. Ah! While he's holding this man's esophagus, vocal cords
Perfect.
up in the air.
It's perfect.
I thought I was deep cuts, Captain Deep Cuts for that, but you're over here drawing through lines from Kurosawa to George Lucas. So,
Well, I what I love
god
is
damn,
well, it goes back to this game. Like Ghost of Tsushima, it's so strikingly similar to if Akira Kurosawa could direct a video game, he directed this video game.
okay,
Everything is the smartest thing I've ever seen for, you know how in video games you can see a line on your map to show you where to go? There's no
yeah,
line.
yeah,
Early in the game, your father has passed and will always be the wind at your back. You follow the wind to your destinations. And Kurosawa was always known for using nature and elements. In every shot he has, there is either wind or sparks or fire or snow or rain, because even a still shot and the silence, you have the motion. And in this game, there's always sparks or wind or rain, and then you can actually flip to the display settings, and there is a Kurosawa mode. And if you flip that, you get a black and white old time filter and the cinematic bars, and then you can change the language to Japanese with English subtitles. And no shit, when I come down to some serious battles, I 100% nerd out. I go into black and white mode and Japanese, and it's just fucking awesome. So
so that was the
that
first game.
that has, yeah, and the other one's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Which I'll be honest with you, the first one I played was Spider-Man because I knew when I sat down with Ghost of Tsushima, it was going to be
yeah.
my life for a while.
I
So I
played through
started with
Spider-Man pretty
Spider-Man.
early into owning one as well. The first Spider-Man game.
No, Spider-Man 2.
Really,
The
I
first
started with one
opening
because it was
battle.
free on PlayStation Plus.
I don't know a lot of the story with Miles Morales and the Spider-Verse and shit like that, but like you can switch between Peter and Miles Morales, but also Harry is not the Green Goblin in this. Harry has some exosuit abilities that are starting to make me think he's going to be Venom. And Harry has been helping me every now and then, but he's got this self-learning exosuit that saved his life, and it's very odd, but he keeps showing me these Venom tendencies, and like he yeah, just to tap me on the shoulder, he knocked me across 2 streets. But the opening sequence of the game was one of the most cinematic, action-packed things I've ever seen, and it was a conflict with Sandman. And the 2 games that I've played on PlayStation have blown my mind for how beautiful they
Yeah.
are. Um, and both of the games though are also exclusive to PlayStation. So that's mainly my target, is if I can't play it on Xbox, there's the PlayStation. But right now I have a feeling my life is being a samurai. I mean, I come across dead bodies and I bow to show them respect. The motion of flicking the blood off the sword and
Have you played
sorry.
Deathloop yet?
No, I haven't.
It's on
I
PlayStation Plus.
downloaded it. I've got it on Xbox.
I
I've already downloaded it
highly
through the
recommend it. It was the
Yep.
first game I played on PS5. That game is fantastic. If you haven't played
Yeah.
Deathloop, the main selling point of Deathloop is the time gimmick. You relive the same day over and over, hoping to solve the overarching multi-piece action movie puzzle that is the game. So you can do things and die and relive the day and come back, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with that game. That's one I super recommend.
Nice.
I love that fucking game.
See, that's my problem is I just got Sea of Thieves downloaded again, and we had been doing on some great voyages as of last week. Uh, Dead by Daylight brought Alan Wake, and that's one of my favorite things ever. I got the Dark Pictures anthology, so I could stream horror games, and you could all watch me become a cowardly child in the corner. But Ghost of Tsushima has happened, and I am a samurai, and my life is now dedicated to liberating Tsushima. Damn Mongols.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what's kind of been going on with me right now. Yeah.
You've been playing a lot of games. You've got multiple systems. I'm
It's
sure.
a good. I'll tell you what. It's a good way to relax after work. The
you
peaceful
sit back.
Like sometimes I'm writing haikus in the game.
You're sitting there. You get off work.
Write
you
a
come
haiku.
home. You turn on the
samurai
PlayStation.
Yeah.
You crack open a nice, refreshing cold beverage, right?
Mountain Dew. Oh, God damn it. Are we going to do this?
So, people of the internet, if you haven't been following, Brendon had me drink 6 random sodas over the course of 6 weeks. We are in week 2. They weren't
all that terrible.
We are in week 2 of what I'm calling the revenge tour.
I got him. Hang on.
He has 5 sodas left. Last week, we were blessed with peanut butter soda, right? Peanut butter soda?
Yeah, it was peanut butter. It wasn't bad.
Peanut butter soda. So, his are going different than mine. When we did my 6, we told you guys all 6. And then we rolled a dice to get each individual bottle. I wrapped his in tinfoil. So he has no idea what.
You didn't wrap them. Your wife did. You were lazy.
I wrapped them. I figured out. I had a system. I figured it out. I was like,
you had to figure out a system to wrap a bottle in aluminum foil.
I made a pattern.
You made a machine.
I was efficient.
For once. All right. What bottle you want me to grab here?
All right.
I mean, do you know what they are? In what order? Hang on.
I don't remember what order I put them in at all. I don't know what order they were. I didn't put them in a specific order, so that's not doing anything for anyone. What I can say is...
Oh, I'll take this one.
I'd say...
Oh, another Mai Tai.
So I would say there's probably one more fuck you in there.
Bullshit. You told me there's 2 fuck... Was the peanut butter a fuck you?
Okay, no. Oh, you're right. No, there's 2 fuck yous.
Aw.
There's one I'm not sure about. There's one that I think is going to be pretty tasty. So I'm actually not going to pick one this week. I'm going to let you pick. You go ahead and grab whichever bottle suits your fancy.
You know what? Bob's being very, very talkative in the chat. Bob, look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a number quick right now.
Let's see the chat going.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he doesn't come up with it, I'm probably going to take, I'm feeling like number, although, yeah, actually, I can see that we're a little bit delayed here, so I have to actually wait. Oh, there is a big delay. Do you realize there's a big delay with us in this podcast?
I think that's so that way if we said anything super fucked up on the internet, they could take us off.
Oh.
Before
he said 2.
Number 2.
That was kind of the one I was leaning toward as well, so here we go.
People that this is bottle number 2.
But we do this as a chaser with a shot. So I did grab 4 specific little new bottles. And you know what's messed up is I actually picked some bad stuff. So I might have to do something bad just because I know it amuses everybody so much when we drink bad stuff. So the 4 things I picked up today, I will grab in my hand and show you and let you.
Oh, the blue one. This is easy. The blue one.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do cleaning products, baby. Let's drink some cleaning products.
That's going to be 99 sour berry.
Is it 99 though?
You want to know what you missed? This one is actually 99 proof. You did miss dill pickle vodka. We'll get to that some week. That's not going to be great. 99 mango and mesquite brown sugar whiskey.
I bet that's tasty.
I actually kind of bet that one's tasty. It's Bird Dog. Bird Dog doesn't do too bad.
The pickle one that you've had, I've had the spicy version.
Ew.
Oh.
I don't want pickle vodka. Now, I've had picklebacks as a chaser with Jameson is great. Those are really fantastic. But, so anyway, are you going to do a shot with me? Or I'll just knock mine out of the way, and then we'll get to you.
I got you.
We'll see here. So the chaser for this will be...
Oh, this is amazing. I'm so excited.
I'm so miserable about this. I don't even want to know. Wait, I didn't grab the bottle opener.
Which one is it?
I don't like this at all.
What is it?
Oh, fuck.
What is it?
Oh.
People of the internet, we've got mustard. Mustard soda. Yes.
I'm going to chase 99 sour berry with a mustard soda.
Berries and mustard, berries and mustard. I'm a little lad of those berries and mustard, berries and mustard, berries and mustard. I'm a little lad of those berries and mustard.
Oh God, I don't have my bottle opener on me. I gotta go grab it. I may not come back. What are you gonna be how are you gonna kill the time while I grab wait, I know he's here.
Berries and mustard, berries and mustard. I'm a little lad of those berries and mustard.
No,
I
got it. Oh God,
I just love the berries and mustard.
Oh!
What are we getting? What's happening? Tell me. Give me the bouquet. Give me.
Dude, it tastes like it's gone bad.
Give me the bouquet.
No, it's a fart. Dude, it's my fart spray. This is for torturing people with fart spray. It smells like a fart. It is a fart in a fucking bottle. Oh my God, no, I don't want to fucking drink this. No, dude. Oh
man.
I am beyond oh no.
This is my ranch moment.
Oh, it's a fucking fart. It's a fart in a bottle. That's all it is. Dude, did you ever have one of those kids in elementary school do the bullshit cup of fart? Cup of fart?
The what?
C-U-P-A, cup of fart.
What's that?
Cup?
Oh, cupcakes.
Cupcakes?
We called it cupcakes at my school. We said, hey, you like cupcakes? Boop, here's a cup of cake, bitch. What does it smell like?
It's a fart. Dude, there's no way to describe this other than it smells exactly like the bottle you get from Amazon called liquid ass. And it's liquid ass. Like, it's 100% liquid. Oh, I'm so mad right now. God damn it.
Cheers.
Oh! That's too sour. This combination alone, that's goddamn horrible. I don't know why I want to do that. Sometimes I look forward to Thursday.
Berries and mustard, berries and mustard. I'm a lad of those berries and mustard, berries and mustard, berries and mustard. I'm the lad of those berries and mustard, berries and mustard. What do we got? What do we taste? What's the taste? Describe the flavor.
I don't know. It's a liquid fart. I'm not upset. I'm pissed off.
Give it a second taste. Remember, it's like whiskey. The second taste always gives you a better representation of the flavor. Now you've shocked your palate with the mustard. So now we gotta chew the mustard.
This is the same fucker, Lester's Fixins, that did yours.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Sponsor us, Lester.
He looks like a wrinkled little Ross Perot, little fucker.
You're really mad about the mustard.
I'm pissed off about this
fucking... When I was building the six-pack, I couldn't remember. I was like, is Brendon one of those people that hates mustard?
It's not that I hate mustard. There's just no fucking purpose for it. It's like ranch dressing. I knew 100% you could probably eat ranch dressing, but who the fuck wants to drink it? Our friendship isn't. God.
Ooh. Let's give us another swig. That'll do. Wash it down. Wash it down with some mustard. There you go. Want to get some hot dogs?
Oh.
Stick a pretzel in your mouth. Stick a pretzel in your mouth.
Sammy, you want this?
Pretzel. Dip a pretzel in it.
Sammy doesn't look happy. He sniffed it and
don't give that to the cat. That's not cat.
I'm not giving it to him. I'm letting him smell it. So because I want him to. He's going to fuck with the foil. You've given Sammy 6 foil balls, and you've given me some bullshit drinks. Oh, what are you shooting?
I win. I already shot my shot. I did a shot of Mellocorn, man. Did a shot of your
fantastic. What else are we talking about?
Do you want to talk about the big game?
Sure, whatever.
So, are you okay?
I'm angry.
Oh. Berries and mustard, berries and mustard.
Dude, it smells. I want to be able to save this fart in a bottle and let you smell it. Oh, God damn it.
Berries and mustard.
All right, big game. Let's talk about it.
So,
whatever.
Big game. Let's talk about it. And we've got the graphic pulled up here. We're stepping our game up here on Thursday.
In there for?
That's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, nice.
That's Patrick Mahomes.
Look at this. We got a graphic.
We had to get the whole team.
Terrible.
See?
I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
He's got berries and mustard. We've got a graphic.
I hate this fucking drink.
It's a thing. Do you need a moment? Mustard and Mai Tai.
I'm so angry about this one.
Mustard and Mai Tai. So,
I swear to God, that better be the worst one. So far, peanut butter is winning.
People of the internet, we this coming week we're looking at this year's Super Bowl. I'm not going to say that word too many times, so that way they don't flag it and take us down for saying the word Super Bowl. So this is going to be the last time I'm going to refer to it as the Super Bowl. So the big game is on Sunday. We've got the Chiefs. We've got the San Francisco 49ers. First off, the teams. What are your thoughts? You don't care. Did the mustard ruin everything for the night?
It's pretty much ruined everything. You know what? I mean, in the spirit of competition, I really hope both teams just go out there and fucking lose.
just nobody wins.
I just hope there's no winners.
Roger Goodell has to come out and call the game off at a certain point because it's just a 0-0 score.
Can we get a tie in the Super Bowl?
A tie?
Yeah. I want the overtime to run out. I want there to be a tie. I want people to be pissed off. I want people to be as pissed as I am about this mustard soda. So
we've got the spread at 2.5 points, favoring the Niners. The Niners are looking to take it. The Chiefs are looking to be beating that spread by not being down by 2.5 points. A field goal, essentially.
We're talking about a field goal. That's what we're talking about here. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm 100% of the opinion that I think the 49ers will win this game. Just straight up, if I'm taking a money line bet. If I'm taking a money line bet, the 49ers win this game, I think.
Okay.
I don't want, maybe it's a little bit of my personal preference. Like, I mean, I don't like either of them, but it's like, who do I dislike more?
Right.
And there's nobody around the Chiefs that I enjoy. At least with the 49ers, like Christian McCaffrey made my fantasy football season relevant.
I'm seeing in the chat that the Browns coach just won Coach of the Year.
What?
Is that for the Joe Flacco period of the year? Is that true?
No idea. There's no way.
Man.
That mustard soda's fucking terrible, bro.
Like, I guess you could make the argument because of that Flacco period, because Flacco really came in and kind of laid the hammer down there for a moment.
I hate to say it. I do not like the Browns. I don't want the Browns to win anything. But
how does the Lions?
I wanted Flacco to win the Super Bowl. Get off the couch, win the Super Bowl, get back on the.
Not get
the coach of the Lions should have won the Coach of the Year.
How does he not get Coach of the Year?
The Lions amuses the hell out of me. That big guy is hilarious to me. The two coaches in this just irritate the shit out of me. I mean, Shanahan, you're a more annoying version of your father. And Andy Reid, you're just the reincarnation of Wilford Brimley. Enjoy your diabetes.
So we've got a predicted score of 47.5 points.
Under.
You think we're going under?
I think we're going under. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a stalemate and a feeling out at first, and then I think it might blow up a little bit. I don't know. I did take a random plus 15,000 bet of. Yeah, $2 wins like 300 or something like that. But I have a bet that for $2 that each team will have a rushing and passing touchdown in each half.
That's not a bad bet.
So I think because the way that the Chiefs use Pacheco and the 49ers McCaffrey is always liable to pop one off no matter what.
Pacheco got one in the end. Was it the AFC Championship game? So I think he's due for another. So.
Yeah.
So we've got the Chiefs we've got the Chiefs and the 49ers. You've got the mustard soda. Something interesting, and I don't want.
Now you said you picked Mahomes for the MVP. Did you say you put a little bit on I put a little bit on McCaffrey as the MVP because if he can blow up for like 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, I think that's an MVP worthy performance. And I don't know who else could maybe go for big numbers.
I'm calling Patrick Mahomes for the MVP. I think he's going to have an outstanding. I think he's going to have an outstanding amount of rushing yards. I think that's a big thing that you're going to see come out of his performances. I think you're going to see him make a lot of plays with his feet.
Everyone's how little he is
for Travis Kelce.
It sucks how little he is sacked because there's nobody I want to be. There's nobody I see that I want to be hit more.
Deshaun Watson.
Okay, well he deserves to be hit a lot.
I want him to get hit every play. I want sacks all over him. I want it to look like just.
Joe Flacco was better than him. Is better than him. Keep Flacco. Get rid of the trash.
They already paid him.
I know. Yeah.
So Super Bowl, the big game.
Yeah.
The big game. Once again, overall winner. Who are you calling? Is that you're calling the?
If we're gonna go like money line or spread or what?
Money line. Who's taking the win?
49ers.
49ers? I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I think it's 49ers, and I think it'll be under on the points. And I think the spread doesn't matter either. I think the 49ers have them by a touchdown, or at least.
See,
I don't know if Kansas City is going to be as effective against the run as San Francisco will be as effective against whatever Kansas City will do. I don't know.
It makes me think, and I'm not going to jump fully into this rabbit hole, but when you take a look at what a lot of the betting sites are doing, Bet365 in particular is running a series of Swiftie specials.
Oh, God.
And I'm not going to jump fully into the Taylor Swift thing in the NFL, but I do think about...
Yeah, we're keeping this civil.
Yeah, I do think about, you're talking about a couple of these specials. Patrick Mahomes winning Super Bowl MVP. They're calling that 15 because I guess that's the name of a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with her. They're just naming them after her song.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, it's not betting on Taylor Swift to do things. It's just, hey, this is named after a track.
Now, some of my favorite prop bets, I need to figure out what site they're on. They were talking about it actually on Bob and Tom. You can bet on like what the color of the Gatorade that'll be poured on the coach is. Because legally, you can bet on anything that happens on the field itself. Just nothing outside of it, like how many times the camera shows a certain person. But apparently, like you can bet on what song Usher will open with. Or what shoes he's wearing. Because that happens on the field. And what color will the Gatorade be? I mean,
I need to find what app I can bet on those things.
I feel like with the Gatorade, you got to go red or yellow, right? Isn't it always red or yellow?
I feel like orange is the way. I feel like orange is a big.
If it's the Chiefs, they should fill it up with this shit
mustard
and just
soda.
Dump liquid fart right on their
liquid
head.
Fart. That's gonna be the name of this episode. Liquid fart.
I thought it was gonna be berries and mustard.
It might be berries and mustard.
Berries and mustard.
Because as you know, people of the internet, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell a loved one, tell an enemy.
Maybe.
Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like if you didn't like already. Make sure you follow Brendon at that dude named Brendon. Follow me at that dude named Mike. Once again, these episodes always go up a few days later on the YouTube page. This is a full video to watch, as well as they all go up as an audio episode on gettingworked.com or wherever you get your podcasts at Getting Worked Podcast.
Spotify, Pocket Cast, iTunes, all that shit.
All the places. Make sure
you
guys
get mine on
drink
Pocket
some
Cast.
beer. Pocket Cast.
It's the number one for Android. If you're an Android user, it is the number one podcast app. Without a doubt. It's so user friendly. It's absolutely amazing. I paid $2.49 for a lifetime subscription, and it's if you look up like Pocket Casts and Android phones. If you're someone who really likes podcasts, I would highly recommend Pocket Cast if you're on an Android. Less than $5 for life, and it's where I get all of mine. And I'm able to easily like set up filters and speed it up. So I mean, all your features that you would want, you have. So that's what I like about it. Yeah, that's what's going on with me, and I think I'm about to go try and liberate more of Tsushima.
I just have one question for you before we get out of here.
Sure. What's that? Bob can, but it's going to take pancakes.